Hello, my name is Shlomi Presser. I'm a senior criminal defense attorney here at the Rossen Law Firm. I've practiced criminal defense my entire career, which spans 24 years, all of which was in South and Central Florida. I've handled both state and federal cases, both trial and appellate level cases. I have handled in excess of 10,000 clients at this point, ranging from anything from traffic criminal offenses all the way up to homicides. I started my career as an assistant public defender, got a lot of trial experience as an assistant public defender, and then went out into private practice, and I have been in private practice for 22 of my 24 years. To me, justice is ensuring that my clients' rights are never violated, from the beginning all the way to the end. So that means from the streets, where they may have some contact with law enforcement officers, all the way to the end, meaning that they're in front of a judge or a jury. My job is to make sure that my clients' rights are not violated. I have had the privilege of representing many individuals that I felt were absolutely innocent. The biggest case I would say I've had to date was a young man who was arrested, wrongfully accused, ultimately tried, convicted, and sentenced. And that's where I came in. The family came in to hire me to appeal this miscarriage of justice. We did just that. We filed an appeal on his behalf. We won the appeal on his behalf. The case got sent back for a new trial. I was hired to retry the case, same set of facts, same set of witnesses, and after the second trial, my client was found not guilty in under 10 minutes by a jury of his peers. That is a highlight. From the first time I heard this client's story, I knew immediately he was wrongfully accused and wrongfully convicted. And the highlight was walking out of that courtroom with him, now a free man. So I joined the Rossen Law Firm after 22 years as a solo practitioner. Although I felt that being a private solo practitioner benefited my clients, there was always that missing element of the entire support staff that the Rossen Law Firm has behind me to help me ensure that my clients are always well protected. There are 7 lawyers in this law firm currently. I know that if at any point in time I want to bounce an idea, bounce a legal theory off of another lawyer, I could just get up, walk out of my desk, walk out of my office, walk into the office next door, and ask that attorney for a second opinion. That is invaluable for my clients. It helps ensure that they get the best possible representation. That is the reason I am here, to make sure that my clients are well protected. True client advocacy means not only defending my clients, but making sure that their voices are heard. More often than not, a criminal defendant is not heard in the courtroom. The statistics are that the vast majority of defendants never get to testify on their own behalf. Their testimony comes through their lawyers. And ultimately, true advocacy is making sure that the judge, the jury, the prosecutor, whoever it is that needs to hear the other side of the story, hears the other side of the story. And that's where we come in. I have heard time and time again from clients who have hired me, who've had private attorneys before me, Mr. Presser, my lawyer is not looking into my best interest. My lawyer is not looking at every single possible defense. My lawyer is not leaving every stone unturned. For me, that's how I practice. No stone gets left unturned. No set of facts, no legal theory is ignored to make sure that my clients are well protected. Almost on a daily basis, I speak with potential clients and they ask, what is it that I should seek when I'm looking for a good defense attorney? I tell them there are 2 things that I always preach when you're in that position. Number 1, first and foremost, you want an attorney that does this sort of work. You'll be amazed how many times I get a person who calls me and says, Mr. Presser, I need your help. My brother, my sister, my cousin does wills and trusts, promised that he'd help me for free, and now he's in way over his head, or she's in way over her head. I tell people all the time, lawyers are like doctors. We specialize in a specific area of law. We hone those skills. And I tell people all the time, when you're looking for a lawyer, make sure your lawyer does what it is that you need. More specifically, make sure your lawyer does what it is that you need in the area of the state in which you need it. The cases, the prosecutors, the system, it's different in South Florida compared to Central Florida, compared to North Florida, compared to West Florida. So you want somebody that's local, has their ear to the ground, and can defend you, because that's what they do for a living every day. And the second and the more important thing is, I tell people all the time, go with your gut. As simple as that sounds. If your gut's telling you, I'm not too sure this is the person for me, move on. Go with your gut, listen to what that potential lawyer has to tell you. And if your gut says, that's my girl or that's my guy, go ahead and do it. Helping good people when bad things happen. As I've stated earlier, I know from personal experience that sometimes people are wrongfully accused. I also know that sometimes bad people create bad situations and good people get caught up in it. I feel that it's my job to protect my client's interest, regardless of what it is that they're accused of. Because at the end of the day, everybody is somebody that needs the advocacy in court. That's my job, to protect you, to protect your rights, and more importantly, to protect your dignity. Sometimes, like I said, bad things happen to good people, and we're here to protect those good people.